Hello, and welcome back to Weekend Movie Rose, where I'm reviewing Zombieland Double Tap. I saw this on Tuesday, and I meant to review it as soon as I got home, but I'm not super comfortable recording in front of my dad sometimes, and we just want to talk about the movie spoilery. This is a non-spoiler review. I'm just going to come at quick and short how much I enjoyed it, if I liked it better than the sequel, if I liked the sequel better than the original. Zombieland was made 10 years ago, and 10 years ago last month, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. By one of my, it's like in my rankings of favorite movies of all time. I don't actually know if it is in that set. I need to make a list. Either way, I highly recommend it if you've never seen it before. And with the sequel, you don't really have to see the first one to be able to enjoy the sequel, but it does plus your experience. Also, spending 10 years with the same exact movie and knowing every line, it helps it tremendously. There's a few key moments. The end credit sequence alone wouldn't make sense. If you haven't seen the first one, as it's key moments to that make this one really unique. This one in particular, I would probably say it's a little bit better than the original. I guess 8 out of 5 stars, and also it's like a 4.5 rating for me. The sequel is like a 7, I'd say. But like nowadays it's like a 5 out of 5 stars, and I do believe in 5 years from now this is gonna be a 5 out of 5 stars movie. It's just gonna keep getting better and better as time goes on. It's one of those timeless tales, just like the first one was, which is just weird and it's hilarious, and I love it. So let's see here. What can I tell you without giving anything away? It picks up 10 years later, exactly where you would think. Little Rock is now like the daughter of Tallahassee, and then Wichita and Columbus are still in that relationship style thing. And like I said, it's very funny. Zoe Dutch makes an excellent cameo in here, and it's like one of the best performances of the whole movie. Rosario Dawson does a great job. Luke Wilson has a very short scene, but it's to die for. But honestly, Rupin Fletcher, which is the director, the writer and director of both movies, he's just a much better writer and director than he was 10 years ago. And there's a sequence in here, I don't want to give it away, but it's a single shot sequence in which you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's an action scene, and it was so amazing. It put a smile on my face and guaranteed me, I knew from that moment that this movie would go down in history because of it. It's a classic in my eyes just because of it. This is like the third movie that's done it this year. It's definitely my top 10 of the year. It's not in my like top movies as Joker and Midsommar both were, but this one definitely is high up there. Probably like bottom half of top 10. Maybe number 5. I'd say it's probably a good ranking for it. Is number 5. The action sequences are off the top. There's so many slow-mo moments that are just perfect. And also I cried laughed, which I don't do very often, but it deserved it. There's a lot of moments in here that are funny, but there's also a lot of moments that are funny like 10 minutes later, which are the best, by the way. The acting is amazing. Abigail Breslin was my least favorite actress in the movie, which is ironic because she was like one of the only people I knew when I watched the first one. But I don't really think it holds up. Her acting holds up as much 10 years later. Emma Stone, always amazing. Jesse Eisenberg, always amazing, especially as Columbus. And then Woody Harrelson as Tallahassee is just off the charts amazing. And there's a lot of gags that are like the original. I would say, it's exactly like the original, just plus on its head to make it so much. It's so good. It's just so good, guys. It's beautiful. It's amazing, and I love it so much. And I highly recommend you go see it in theaters. It is so good. It doesn't have any nudity or anything like it, and so I do think people who are a little bit younger could handle it. The violence isn't super violent. It is kind of gory at parts, but nothing like super extreme. And then the new zombie types are amazing as well. There's new rules, but that's all I can say basically for a non-spoiler review. I couldn't highly enough recommend this movie, and yeah, definitely was a standout for the month of October, and I watched a lot of good movies that month, so I highly recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed this short mini review of Zombieland Double Tap, and I hope you guys like and comment and subscribe, and don't forget, our podcast is all over different podcast platforms such as Anchor, which we are sponsored by, not this video, but and the podcast. And then also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and like 7 other different platforms plus those 2, which is just amazing. It's beautiful. Podcasts are planning to go up at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays, so you can always set your calendar to go listen to us for an hour, me and my brother. Alright, talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for watching, and yeah, bye.